There is now a new way for Uber Eats drivers to be less stressed out on the road. I'm testing it right now for the first time. It's going really well so far. My first order was for over $10 for Jack in the Box. The mileage, it's okay. It's pretty decent for the payout for this order. It is for just over 6 miles. But we already took care of that. We already got it dropped off, and apparently they could have a hidden tip on that order. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the full payout. And then the next order, hopefully that one is just as good. I had to drive to a busier area. What's really exciting about Uber Eats right now is that they are finally showing the drop-off location and the restaurant in my area. It has been almost 1 full year since they started hiding that information from drivers in my market, but not all drivers, just some of the drivers, me included. I've been so frustrated with Uber Eats, but that doesn't reveal everything I need to know because, as you know, on Uber Eats, you can't zoom in on the map like you can on DoorDash or on Grubhub to find out the exact location of that drop-off. You can see, okay, I think that might be a house or it might be an apartment complex. All you see is the cross streets. You don't really know all of that information, but I do have a way where you can now see the full drop-off address before accepting an order. This feature is not actually in the Uber Eats app, but let's do some more deliveries and then I'll tell you all about this great feature that I am loving so far. The next order that I wanted to accept was for Chick-fil-A. It was over $9 and the mileage was pretty good. I was hoping that it wasn't going to take that long, and so I was like, okay, like this is pretty decent. I might as well accept it. Chick-fil-A has been one of those restaurants though that I would consider in the bottom tier of restaurants. Like, it's pretty bad. They always make me wait like a long time. 5 to 10 minutes is a pretty normal amount of time that I would be waiting for the order to be ready because they usually don't start making the orders until you are really close to the restaurant. Unfortunately, it looks like this specific restaurant and maybe other Chick-fil-A's in my area have actually changed the way that they distribute their orders, and they have decided that they're not even going to register that they have the order in their system until you get there and you've been waiting for like a minute or two. So I was waiting in there for 15 minutes, almost 20 minutes, and I still had no hope that my order was going to be ready anytime soon. I was frustrated and upset that I even accepted this order in the first place. But this leads me to what I wanted to talk about for the majority of this video. It is the new feature that is going to make you less stressed out as an Uber Eats driver, and that is today's sponsor of the video, Para. Para is so nice when it comes to this because I got that Chick-fil-A order and I'm like, hey, like I don't ever want to come back here again, especially if they're going to be distributing orders like this. So I flagged them as a restaurant that is never going to have their orders ready. If at any point in this video Para sounds like something that you want to try out for yourself, I have a link in my description. It'll be the very first link. Just click on that, download Para. It's also going to help me out because it is an affiliate link. Thank you so much for any of you who decide to download Para, and let's get back to the shift. And I'm sure you guys have restaurants in your area that you don't ever want to go to again. I have a long list of them actually flagged on Para already because I've been using Para for a while. Every time I get an order, I can be on their app and say like, oh yeah, okay, I remember this restaurant is terrible. I'll just reject that offer. Not only do they have this flagging feature for restaurants, but they have so many more features that I'm going to tell you about after I pick up this Corleone's order for $10, and the mileage is so low. I am so happy that I was able to accept this order. I did get a stacked order. The other one was for the exact same restaurant, but that one was for about $6 going 3 or 4 miles. I just didn't really think that one was going to be worth it, and so I actually went into the Para app and declined it straight from the app. I did not have to use the Uber Eats decline button. Para has so many features, and I haven't even talked about some of the best ones yet. After I took care of that Corleone's order and got it dropped off, took the picture, all of that, I then started to get orders again. And one of the orders I got was very, very interesting. It was for Chick-fil-A. It looked pretty good. I mean, a lot of people would accept orders like this. The dollar per mile is a good ratio. However, like I already said previously in the video, we are not ever going to Chick-fil-A again. That absolutely stinks. And good thing I flagged that order, because if I forgot that Chick-fil-A was a bad restaurant, let's say I flagged a different restaurant that was like not as bad as Chick-fil-A, but it was still bad, I would have flagged it on Para and it would have shown up. The offer would have been there on the screen and it would have said, hey, you don't like this restaurant, you flagged it, so I wouldn't recommend going there. And I would be like, okay, of course, let me decline that right away. So that's what I did on the Para app. I just declined the order and I moved on with my day. If you don't like declining orders manually on your own, hitting that decline button over and over and over again, there is a better solution for somebody like you. Para now has auto decline for Uber Eats. This is so fantastic. I've been using it all day and it truly is a game changer. It reduces your stress levels so much. So how this works is you set your lowest amount possible that you're willing to accept an order for, your lowest possible dollar per mile that you're going to accept an order for, and Para is going to do a calculation based off of how much money you're going to make per hour for that order. They use the Uber Eats estimated time it'll take to complete the order, calculate it per hour, and then you just put in the minimum that you want. Right now I have my minimum set pretty low just because I'm experimenting with exactly where I want to set it. Right now I have $4 per order. Right now I have $1 per mile and $10 per hour. Obviously, if a $4 order comes in, I am not going to want to accept that, so I'm probably gonna have to raise that in a few minutes. But that's just like a good starting point. So when a $3 order comes in, of course, it's going to automatically reject it. Para is so great because I don't have to spend time at declining $2 and $3 orders all the time, or even $4 orders. Now I can set my standards to like $5 and I don't have to worry about that. Another great thing about auto decline is when a large order comes in, I might be tempted to take it. This one was $13, but it was 13 miles, like 13.5 miles. And so because my dollar per mile ratio is set at $1 per mile, Para automatically declined that one. And at first I saw the notification, I was like, oh, wait, what is Para doing declining a $13 order? But I went in, I saw that it was like almost 14 miles and I'm like, okay, that is a good decline. I would never want to accept an order like that. Our next order is to a very, very good restaurant, Panera. I know that these orders are going to be ready. I mean, like, they are like 90 to 95% of the time. I could go into Para and I could flag this restaurant, and instead of putting something like, oh, the orders are never ready or the employees are rude, I could put that the orders are always ready, so always accept these. So you could put a positive note in there, but I would recommend against it. With the new auto decline feature, you can now choose to decline all orders that are flagged. You can decline all of them just when they show up on your phone. So this is so nice. I get comments all the time saying, like, for instance, like Walmart. Nobody wants to take Walmart orders. And they're like, oh man, I wish I just never got a Walmart order ever again. This is so annoying. I just don't want to accept any of them. Well, with Para, you can go in, you can flag Walmart, and you could just auto decline all of the Walmart orders and never have to deal with them ever. You will not see one. It pops up for like a second or two just to let you know that it declined it, and then you just don't have to worry about it. This video may seem like a big ad, and yes, I am partnering with Para to give you guys this information, but when I'm so passionate about something that can directly help you, why should I not talk about it for a while? Like, this app, I've been using it for a while and I'm going to continue to use it. I mean, Para is always putting in great updates, and that I still have more to share with you. They're continuing to update the app to be even better than it is right now. They really do understand the delivery driver point of view, and they want to help you the best that they can. Not too long after I dropped off that Panera order, I got this NYPD pizza offer. It's a decent restaurant, definitely not not worthy of being flagged as a bad one. And we saw from the Para app, it told us how much money we are going to be making per hour and how much the dollar per mile is, something that the Uber app just does not tell you. So I really like the Para app for getting to dissect the order, getting to see all of that information, including one of the most important things, the drop-off location. Picked up the pizza. Well, it wasn't pizza, actually. It was like 2 very small items, but they still tipped pretty well. It was such a short drop-off that, I mean, like, I couldn't be happier with that order. I got it done, and it was less than the expected time that Uber told me. Probably got it done in like 10 minutes total. And now this next one should be amazing too, because it is a Starbucks order. Yes, the payout is lower, so it's not even $7, but Para told me that the dollars per mile and the dollars per hour is very good, like better than the last order. I used to try to calculate out the dollar per hour and dollar per mile in my head as fast as possible, but Uber just doesn't give you a lot of time to accept the orders. So I would be like, oh, yeah, I think it's around here. Sure, let's accept it or let's decline it. But with Para, there is no guessing. They tell you exactly the information that you need to know, and there it is. So let's go pick up this Starbucks order and go drop it off at the apartment complex. The Starbucks order was so quick and easy, and because this was an apartment complex, sometimes you are able to see the apartment before you accept the order. So let's say that you accept a grocery store order and it's a lot of items, but you don't want to deliver to an upstairs apartment. You want to stay ground floor, just in case there might be a lot of cases of water that you want to avoid carrying up those stairs. You could go to Para and see what apartment they are. And, you know, I have tested this out, and it doesn't show you the apartment every single time because it's hard for them to get that information, but sometimes it can be very valuable to you. And not only can you see the drop-off location for Uber Eats, but they also have this for Uber. I don't currently drive for Uber rideshare, and so I don't have that ability to test it out for myself, but I think it's pretty much the exact same thing. It'll show you where to pick up the customer and where to drop them off, and so you can make a better informed decision before you accept that order, and you don't have to cancel it later on. Para is also with Lyft, another great feature. There are so many great things about this app and a lot of features that I haven't even shared with you. You're gonna have to download the app to try it out for yourself. I have not seen anything close to as helpful as Para on the marketplace for delivery drivers. My link is down below, as well as the links to Para's YouTube channel and their Facebook page, and with their email. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to them. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.